Hey guys, welcome back to another TV show review. And today I want to talk to you guys about Fox the Gifted, Season 1, Episode 1. As I already told you guys in my initial thought video, I really liked this pilot. I thought it was really well done, well directed, well acted. It looks really beautiful. And right now it stands at 74% on Rotten Tomato, and I think 8.6 out of 10 on IMDb. And I thought this is a really is a fantastic score for, like, a beginning, because it's a good start. It's a really good start, but they didn't create something that was like mind-blowingly good, that in the long run, you're not gonna live up to that, expectation, that, the bar was set too high in the beginning. If you look at the Flash, Arrow, or even the Marvel Netflix show, the season 1 of all of those shows was just so good. Like, they set the bar, for me personally, they set the bar way too high. With Defender, that's season 1 of Daredevil. That's season 1 with Daredevil. It was some of the best TV that I've ever seen in my life. That's season 1 of Flash and Arrow. It was just mind-blowingly good. And then the quality just sort of go down from there. Like, even with the Netflix show, like, even though I like it a lot, the Defender, Iron Fist, or Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, it's great. Some of them were really good, but it's not quite the Daredevil level. So I think in the long run, this is a really fantastic sort of start for the Gifted TV show. And speaking of Daredevil, the Gifted is sort of like the Daredevil shows for the X-Men universe. Like, in the Netflix Marvel show, you have these, like, Avengers, like these big, world-ending sort of event in the movies, and then you when you look at the TV show, it's sort of like this low-key sort of a neighborhood in New York, and it's kind of like that with the Gifted. It's sort of like a scaled-down version of the X-Men. Like, it's not like they're fighting Apocalypse, they're not fighting Magnetos, they're not doing any of that. They're just like, it's really sort of self-contained family drama that, it worked really well for a TV show, especially with, like, a limited budget. They can do really great things with this projects, because they're not spending a whole lot of money on special effect. There are some CG and like sort of like the visual, like green screen, visual effect, all that. But there's not a lot of that. The show heavily relies on the acting, like the interaction of characters and how they carry the story forward, and that's really smart with, like, a limited budget. Unlike Inhumans, you sort of spend a shit ton of money on, like, visual and the big giant dog, and it just, at the end of the day, it just is the story and character that we care about, and Inhuman didn't have any of that. But with this show, I want to talk about the Gifted. With this show, they wisely focus a lot on these characters. There's a lot of character, but they spend a good amount of time on those characters so that we care. Like the Strucker kids. The two of them I really like, and there's, like, these sort of mutant underground sort of a society lead by Marcos Eclipse, and I think Polaris is also the leader of the group. So yeah, and in terms of character, they got that down. Story-wise, it's not like this, overcomplicated plot or anything. It's just a really simple, like a family drama, and it's echo a lot of, like, racial discrimination in the nation right now. So the show not only really well done, extremely relevant, which is a really good thing. The big X-Men universe that get mentioned here and there, but it doesn't play that big of a role, if you know what I mean. So if you're a fan of the X-Men, I definitely recommend checking the shows out. But even if you're not a fan, this show is not like it's not like Agent of Shield. Like you don't have to be, you have to be a Marvel fan, a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan to watch Agent of Shield. But you don't have to be a MCU fan to watch Daredevil. Same thing with this. You don't have to be a fan of, like, you know, the X-Men movie, the Wolverine movie. You don't have to know. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge about those movies to enjoy The Gifted, because it's very self-contained. Even, like, I think the creator said that this might take place in a different universe. So yeah, I mean, they get mentioned here and there, but they don't play that big of a role. It's a good thing. It's a really smart thing to do, so that the show can stand on their own. Whatever happened with the movie, the show can just, like, briefly mention it, and it doesn't affect the show. So I thought that was really smart. There's a Stanley cameo. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but there is a Stanley cameo, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think I mentioned this in my initial thought video. The themes, there's a song, there's a 2-second of a song that when that happened, it just made my whole day. It's made my whole year. Like, I haven't heard that song in a long time, and when that happened, it hit me, man. It hit me right here, and it was a great moment. It was one of the best 2 seconds of my entire life. Astral Flaws, I don't have, like, a whole lot of flaws, but some sort of nitpick, I guess. The story could drag a little bit, especially in the middle chunk. And I don't think that that's gonna be the case in, like, future episodes, but I'm just basing it on this episode 1 alone. The middle chunk got a bit slow, so pacing a little bit. Sound design, not the most impressive. There's a scene where a building is literally collapsing, and, you know, you see the wall, like the glass breaking, and, you know, everything is just coming down. But the sound, it just make it kind of underwhelming. Like, when you look at that image and, like, you hear the sound, it doesn't mesh very well. Like, the sound, I just feel like it's happening in one room, where this is like a whole sort of, you know, large building is literally coming down. So the sound editing, sound mixing, that could use a little bit of improvement. But other than that, I guess the show did what it has to do, or not the show, but, like, you know, the pilot. Is present a story, and then characters that I feel invested in, I care about. Pacing and, you know, some of the technical stuff could use some improvement, but other than that, this is a pretty fantastic pilot, and it definitely got my attention. And I'm going to watch The Gifted on a weekly basis. Again, I think it's only like 6 episodes, so it's kind of a bummer, but kind of a good thing at the same time, because when you don't have a lot of episodes, like the 22, 33 episodes, like the Flash and Arrow, every single episode is gonna feel like it has a purpose. Like, you're not gonna get, like, a musical crossover, like, none of that shit. But yeah, a really good pilot, and it promised a good season 1 of the TV show. So I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the show, and I'm gonna give this pilot an 8 out of 10. If you have seen the pilot, let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to me if you want to see more of this content. Fox the Gifted is officially on my watch list for this year. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.